Hey everybody, this is Mike with 10Scan NFA software. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a Form 4 start to finish using customer mode in 10Scan. So we're going to go ahead and launch 10Scan Pro. Okay, I'm going to throw it in customer mode. Customer wants to do a Form 4 today. They want to buy a suppressor. I'm not doing it as a trust, they're doing it as an individual. Customer fills in all this information. Customer can take a photo using a phone or start the camera on the device. If you use your phone, you just scan a QR code. Otherwise, you can start the webcam. Unfortunately, my computer doesn't have a webcam. If it did, this would be showing an image here. Take a photo, you can go ahead and crop, rearrange it, and then I'll show you in dealer mode how I can fix this if you don't have a camera. Next, customer identifies if they have any amputated or unprintable fingers. If they have all 10 digits, that's what we'd see. Next, customer starts doing their own fingerprints. So we're going to do our right 4 fingers. Left 4 fingers. And then the double thumb. Next, customer answers their e-forms questions. Depending on if they do a Form 1 or Form 4, these questions change a little bit. I'm a citizen. If they have an e-forms account, they can just hit yes. If they don't, they can hit no, create one. This loads the ATF website. You'll notice all of this information is pre-filled from the information they entered on the prior step. So all they have to do here is obviously make sure they enter the correct information, create their security question, create their password, create their PIN, register, and then like it says at the bottom, you'll check your email, then enter your eForms username from the email and PIN on the next page. Customer enters their username and PIN and submits. Software locks up and they go get the dealer. The dealer unlocks it with a PIN. You get a reminder of what your responsibilities as the dealer are, review the bio data, review the prints, review the questions, export the EFT. So dealer reviews the customer entered information, make any corrections as necessary, update. You'll notice this particular install here, I have a link to my Coreware account, so as soon as you update, it will update this customer in Coreware for you. Same with Fastbound. And you'll notice the software is built a lot like the ATF eForms train stops, so we just go step by step until we get to eForms. So next step is the hands, making sure the customer didn't accidentally put an amputated finger or an unprintable finger. Next step is the prints. We'll notice customer mode is kind of optional. You could go through all these steps manually and input all this information, and that's probably the fastest way to do it. But the customer mode is useful when you're busy in the shop and you got other stuff you can work on, or maybe you want to go grab a cup of coffee, and you can kind of leave the customer to it. But customer mode kind of just pre-fills the dealer mode. So here you can review the fingerprints, you can recapture as necessary. Maybe the customer totally jacked up their fingerprints. You could just take another print here and accept it. Next step is the photo. So I didn't have a webcam on this computer, so you can always upload a photo off the local drive of your computer, or scan another QR code on your phone and then take a picture of the customer with your smartphone. I'm going to upload a photo off my computer. Use this random guy off Google, where you can go ahead and crop it, adjust it, accept and save. And that's saved to our current customer here at the bottom, David Lee, and some letters that I added at the end there. Next, the eForms questions. So here you're just reviewing what the customer answered, making sure they didn't answer yes on accident or intentionally. Next step is the Clio. So here you can create yourself basically a little database of Clios. You can left click on the Clio for the customer and assign it to them in the top right. You can also set a default Clio. A lot of our dealers only have one Clio because it's a chief law enforcement officer that applies to the entire state. So you can actually also set a default Clio, and that will just bypass this step entirely. Next step is the EFT. So here on this page you can go ahead and generate EFT. You just hit this button. That generates the EFT for David here, and you can go ahead and download it, print to a fingerprint card, email the EFT to the customer, generate a QR code so they can download it onto their phone. You can copy a share link. A lot of flexible ways and quick ways to get the EFT to the customer if you wanted to provide or sell it to them. You can also generate a non-NFA EFT or print a fingerprint card. You know, some people do those for background checks or employment or licensing and stuff, so it's another way you guys can monetize the software for your shop. So we've gone through all these steps here, now ready to go to the eForms tab. So this loads up eForms right inside the software. Accept and log in. Going to go ahead and autofill my login. Sign in. And we're going to do a Form 4. I'm an FFL. Depending on what you're doing here, whether you're doing a trust or not, these little green highlights will kind of update for you. Use an alternate address. We're transferring to an individual. If we're doing a trust, this would have been highlighted in green. This is where the autofill comes into play. So here, nothing you do on this page but hit this autofill transferee button. And as long as you've double checked everything on the bio page in 10Scan and the questions, that's what's going to autofill in here. Next. Responsible persons page. Again, you just edit the line item, hit the autofill responsible persons button, and that's going to auto attach their photo, auto attach their fingerprints, and then in the case of a trust, it'll auto attach their RPQ, as well as hit all these drop downs for you and fill out all this information. Next, Clio. Autofill our Clio. Going to select our firearm or NFA item. If this was a trust, there'd be an autofill button here to auto upload the trust doc. Nothing for individual. I verify the information is correct. Transfer certifies, sign and submit. You can go ahead and autofill the customer PIN, validate the PIN, and then you can also autofill your dealer PIN as well in there. Nice, neat feature too is the remote sessions. If your customer is not in the shop, they can sign and certify their eForm remotely. They just hit this remote session, provide them with this link. Once they get connected, they can go ahead and hit the button and insert their PIN in themselves and validate and certify the submission. That way they don't even have to be in your shop. So that's a brand new customer from start to finish. Now say that customer comes back for a subsequent visit and wants to buy another item. Go ahead and cancel this form. Go to customers. Load our customer from the previous visit. Everything's there per the previous visit. Fingerprints, photo, questions, Clio, EFT. We can just go ahead and hop into eForms and just go ahead and start autofilling. Another thing, you can import EFT files. If you guys have a whole entire folder of EFT files, you can just keys and bring them into the software. You can import an FT258 card if you wanted to convert from a fingerprint card to an EFT. If you guys have another LiveScan solution, we do support a one-click import for many different LiveScan solutions and their databases. Just depends on which one you have, but most of them you just hit this button and it'll automatically pull in your entire customer database from your previous solution. That way you guys don't have to start over, and all your customers will just be put into 10Scan, and then you can be up and running with our software in basically 20 minutes, if you already have a compatible scanner. The scanners that we support are the Thales and integrated biometric scanners currently. We have more on the way. in plans to support more, but those are the two brands that we support. At the time of this video, we support the following fingerprint scanners: the Thales DactyScan84c, CS500F, the integrated biometric Kojak, and the FIBO fingerprint scanner, with the Suprema REALSCAN scanners support on the way. If you already have a live scanner, you can be up and running with 10Scan in as little as 5 minutes. Just visit 10scan.com, purchase a license, indicate that you already have a scanner, and get instant access to 10Scan. Just import your existing customer database and EFTs with one click and start doing NFA the easy way.